Oh my heck. It's a double rainbow. Hey Cal, look at that. It's a double rainbow. Oh my gosh. It's a double. Hey Cal, where you going? It's a double rainbow. Look, I've been waiting so long to see all, oh, look, all those colors. A double rainbow with all those colors. Holy cow. No offense. Holy cow, a double rainbow.
Hey everybody, Mikeycat Outdoors here. So what are we doing today? We got a Tarptent double rainbow lithium DCF dyneema cuben fiber 2-person tent. Let's check it out. So this is the Tarptent double rainbow lithium DCF or dyneema cuben fiber 2-person tent. Has a carbon fiber ridge pole that goes over the top, and another little crossbar one for side support. It's got 6 stakes that come with it. It's supposed to be good for 2 fairly large size mats. Nice lightweight package. And this one, I did order an internal liner. You can see above the doors, you got a little bit of ventilation. Plenty of room inside there. Doors cross each other a little bit. Magnetic catch for the doors. Pretty cool, man. So I made my own Tyvek ground cloth. They got the measurements on their websites for all the ground cloths if you want to make your own. So I cut this one out to 92 inches by 54 inches wide. And you can see there are other supports here on the side. So inside the tent, there's plenty of room laying down and plenty of space over here on the side. You can easily fit 2 decent sized pads in here. I bought this one as a B stock. Had a cosmetic blemish on it, and I think I found where it is. There's a little speck there on the door. And I think that's all it really is, because that's about all I've seen so far in terms of imperfections on this. Okay, I'm sitting up inside here, and I am purposely sitting further back so that way I can finally touch the fabric, but it's like my legs are way beyond the halfway point coming back. So there's plenty of vertical room in here, especially to get in the center where that ridge pole is. There's a lot of space. Now, if you're like 6'5" or something, you know, you may or may not have problems. I don't know. So my height, I'm not quite 6 foot, but you know, I'm a shorty. And there's just a boatload of room. That pole, since it's curved, it brings a lot of extra room vertically to this tent. Helps pull it out. Instead of having like guy out points that would, you know, pull it up, the pole kind of does that for you. You can see here on the inside at each end, you've got some screen material. So you've got plenty of ventilation, and you've got these little poles here too that help give enough tension to keep this wall out away from that screen. So if you had any condensation, it would roll straight down and drain out there. You can get this with an internal liner. There's clips up there at the peak and on each end, and it's supposed to be like a, I don't know if it's a cotton or polyester or what kind of material it is, but that's supposed to give you like a extra vapor barrier. If you want that option, you can select it on their website. Internal storage, don't really see boatloads of storage in here in terms of pockets or anything, except for these two tiny little pockets, one on each side by the doorway. That's about it. So if you're looking for a real big gear hang thing, maybe you could get like a gear loft or something for like a hammock or something like that and hook it up on these hooks. That'd be one way of getting stuff in here, or put a little string up between if you wanted to, and be able to have like a area to dry your clothes or hang them up. And you know, there's a few options, things you could do here. But in terms of a lot of big pockets on the ends, like some tents, you don't have that. This is more the bare bones, lightweight, get in, get out, through hiker type of tent. So I'm here in a nut hut real quick. This is the liner, so I did get it. It was in the box. Doesn't take up much room at all. It's very small. This feels like a polyester material. It could be nylon, but it's very thin, very sheer. I did get the pole options, and they got like a little cap on one end, and then the other end they got this little, nubby, and they got a little pockety thing that goes over that. Haven't used those yet. And then likewise here, they got a little pockety thing over this little trekking pole extender. So this is just a little piece of aluminum, about 6 inches long or so. You put it down the end of your trekking pole if you have a shorter one, so you can get it long enough to fit it from width to width, because that's roughly, 54 inch or so width, give or take, maybe a couple inches more when you pull it all out, but most trekking poles are about 50 inches or so. So this will get you out to the width that you need if you want to use your trekking poles for freestanding mode for the side to side. Or like I say, you can get these aluminum Easton poles that they've got as an option too, if you don't want to carry trekking poles with you. But that all fits in there real nice, and yeah, I might set this guy up. Alright, so I put the liner in. You clip it up there in the center on the end walls. You've got clips down on both ends at the bottom, and then up the top you've got the little clips up there, and it makes just enough of a gap that if you had any condensation for certain times of the year, that you don't have to worry about getting wet. So that's going to be nice to try that out, especially if it's raining, it's humid, something like that. You got shifting temperatures between hot and cold. It's a good option to have. It doesn't cost that much. It weighs basically next to nothing. You clip it in, probably keep it in here the whole time. Take it out if you really wanted to, but I think it's a nice option. So it's getting a little dark now, but I set this up in porch mode. I took 2 of my black diamond carbon fiber trekking poles. I set the bottom part to 120 centimeters, and the top part's pretty much almost fully retracted. Just slipped the little loop that was on the end of the tent over the pole, put the rubber back on, and did the same with the guy line, and then just came out with a marlin spike hitch and put in my stakes. So I got that little center piece up here that you can see. I got it spread out a little bit, so there's a little bit of a gap, but for the most part that's covering everything there. So you can make a nice little porch if you want, for ventilation, and just stuff a few things under there. And the other side, I closed it back down. I took my stake that I had the doorway down earlier, and like I said, there's a little loop right here on the side, so I just stuck it there. But yeah, this is a nice tent. I think one thing I'm going to add on this are some little string ties for all the YKK zipper poles, and yeah, but that liner, that's going to make it nice in there. And screen is nice. Quality on this thing seems to be fairly nice. price wise, yeah, you're gonna pay for DCF. I'll put the specs up, but I think it was somewhere in the 650, 670 range, especially with having the inner liner in there. But I get all those specs, put them up on the description for the video, and yeah, this is pretty nice. I tried putting the pole option in there, but I'm gonna wait probably for daylight to do that, so a little tricky trying to do it when it was getting dark, and came out here kind of late as I always do. But this is a nice tent. So if you got a few bucks to burn and you don't want to buy a Z-Pax duplex or triplex, this is a good option. And I said, this is one that you could actually set up freestanding. Only one Z-Pax has is their, I think, free duo. And well, you can get, I guess, the pole mod thing for the duplex, but it's a little more complicated. But this is a nice tent. Gives you good options, and definitely like the idea of having that liner option in there. This is the Tarptent Lithium series double rainbow dyneema cuben fiber freestanding option tent. You have a carbon ridge pole and a carbon cross pole. We've got the vestibule on both sides, and you have this little insert. You can guy this out with a couple of trekking poles and put it into porch mode. Tent is roughly 50 inches by about 88 inches long. Ground sheet, I think it's 54 by 92, and 24-inch center height. 24-inch center width. It's 40 inches high. Accommodates people up to like 6'3", and got the option down here. You can put on trekking poles. There's little cups and whatnot that come along with the stakeout points, and you can actually clip onto the center and stuff there too, where the ridge pole comes down. So you can put a trekking pole, or they sell aluminum poles too. I think it's roughly, I don't know, 56 inches or something. That you pull it out, 57, something like that. But if your trekking poles aren't long enough, they do have a 6-inch pole extender option that you can buy on their website. There's 2 ridge vents for plenty of ventilation, and inside the unit at each end you've got additional ventilation. You can also take the ends of the tent and pull them up a little bit. There is an option for doing that. But you can see there's screen material at the ends. We'll go inside, I'll show you that. So I added these little pull-off points for the zippers. Those did not come with it, but it makes it easier to find it in the dark and give you a little more of a handhold than standard zippers. You can buy those off Amazon pretty easily. I got a clip-in 2.6 ounce polyester liner. That's a $30 option when you buy the tent. Gives you protection from condensation, and I feel it's a pretty good option. Yeah, everything basically just goes down to the ends where you got the screen, and you don't have to worry about water dripping on you in the middle of the night the way the tent's designed. Near the entrance of each doorway there's a small, really small, little screen mesh pocket that you can store little knickknacks, things in your pocket, but that's about it for storage. If you wanted additional storage, you can maybe go to the clips that are up on the ridges or even on sidewalls if you don't have the liner put in, and you could maybe put a little, you know, laundry line pole or something for hanging a jacket, or you know, get yourself a little hammock ridge line organizer or something like that that you could string up there. So there are options, things you could do with the tent. Well, everybody, if you like what you've seen, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and catch you again in the outdoors. As always, thanks for watching.